So Ms. Miles, this is technically your motion. I'm guessing Ms. Williams was your roommate or something. Is that correct? Were you both on the lease? Is that correct? Well, okay.
Yes, we're both on the lease.
Okay. If I get Ms. Williams, if you could please turn your camera on and unmute. I just need to place you both under oath to make sure I don't forget to do it. The whole truth and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury.
I do.
Yes.
Okay, I've got affirmative answers from both witnesses. So Ms. Miles, technically, you can put your hands down now. Technically, this is your motion since it's under your name and you filed it. Long story short, the part I took note of mostly, you stated that your mom paid off this debt. Is that correct?
And that is correct, yes.
You have, and I'm guessing Ms. Blount, are you stating that that is not accurate?
No, I'm not stating that that part isn't accurate.
Okay.
But my client is opposing it because they currently have a new eviction, so they're currently in default again, and so that's why my client is opposing it.
Okay, but okay, so they're still residing in this property.
Yes.
It's just okay, gotcha.
But they have a new 2026 case that's up for next week, so my client is opposing it because of the current case.
Okay.
That is from 2024, and
Morning, everybody.
I don't think it's in effect now, but I guess so. But my daughter's she's being removed off the lease. I am the mother and she's on the lease, but she's trying to get her an apartment. And we just now realized that an eviction is on the record. So she's unable to do that. So she's filing a motion to try to have that removed. But currently they just put another eviction on, which I filed a motion for to get more time, but that's another case. But the thing is, it's different from now. It's 2 years ago and she's unable to get a place because of this. So she was trying to have that sealed, but I mean, I guess they're opposing it, so I don't know what we need to do.
I mean, is this new eviction in your name or is it in her name or both?
It's in my name, but they still haven't taken her off the lease. It has her name on it though, so it's gonna probably be on hers, but she's being taken off the lease. If the paper has not been updated already.
But
Okay, well, they would have to agree to take her off the lease. I mean, it's not just a unilateral. You can't just go in and just take her off the lease. I mean, they would have to consent to that. So
I'm on housing, and for her to be on my lease, she has to be living here. But I just submitted paperwork to housing for her that she's not going to be living here. She's not living here, so they need.
Is this subsidized housing?
Yes.
Okay, so she's an authorized occupant, or she's so what's the technical arrangement here? Like she's an authorized occupant of your. Who has the value? Is it public housing or is it a voucher?
It's a voucher, and just because she's over 18, so that's why she's been put on the lease because she's over 18. So
the subsidy's in your name. The subsidy's in your name, and okay.
Yes.
And so she is an authorized occupant. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct, Ms. Blount? Is Ms. Miles an authorized occupant, or is she?
How about Wells Fargo Bank?
She's actually, yes, she's on the lease. So I mean, yeah, technically yes, an authorized occupant, but she's on the lease. But she has to be on the lease as the other person there, like she said.
Good morning, Doug.
But is she on the hook for like the financial stuff? Like, is she?
I'm not. I can't tell you that part.
Sounds like
I'm sure if that is how they drafted the lease, then yes, she would.
Number 17 for 2025. The other two have not been served.
Okay, because a lot of times the occupant wouldn't necessarily be a defendant. Like even if she's an authorized occupant, it doesn't necessarily mean she'd be. I mean,
right.
With
Let
William
me pull up the lease and see.
Why don't you check that for me real quick? Hold tight, folks.
She is listed as a tenant, Your Honor. It doesn't say authorized occupant. It says tenant.
Okay. All right, folks. So, Ms. Williams, if you could come back into the frame there, and Ms. Miles. My inclination. What's the case number for that new case?
I have to pull it up in 1 second.
It is 26D05828.
05828. Take a look at it. Oh, great, my Odyssey is acting up. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, is it 26D or 25D?
26D, because
That
they
would-
just filed it in February.
That would
Okay.
be 26, Judge.
Okay, 26 D 05828. Okay, so it looks like this is scheduled for the next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So you were on 0 rent for a long period of time, and then in December it increased to 1,468. Is that correct?
Yes.
How much is your voucher amount then? That's like, that sounds like market rent almost. Do you still have, how much is your voucher paying for?
Well, when I'm working in 70%, so they was paying 500 and something. My rent was 1468 and they paid something, I think
500? Are they still
544.
paying it? Are they, so the rent is really 500 plus 1,468, is that correct?
The rent is 2,000 and something. That's how much
Okay.
they're asking here. But I just submitted paperwork. My job assignment ended at the end of January 30th, unexpectedly. So I just had to let housing know that I lost, my job was ended. So they're gonna update the paperwork. I've already gave them the paperwork, and I did send that over to Resi Home and let them know that they was working on it because they're gonna update, and it'll be back to they're gonna go with the income. So it'll probably go back to 0 or 700. I'm not sure, probably 0 because my daughter's not gonna be here. So at the time right now I don't have the money for that. So, but I offered to pay December, January, and eviction fees, but they didn't accept it. So now they want $7,000.
Okay. This is what I would like to do. I feel like I think I would like to reset this until after. Looks like you guys are coming up for your hearing on this coming Tuesday on this new case. So I think I want to reset this to April 2nd. And then that way this case will be resolved, hopefully resolved one way or the other before that date. Hold on, let's see, supervise. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that would probably be the best thing to do, to handle everything all at once. So why don't we do that? Why don't I just reset this to April 2nd and you guys can continue to negotiate, hopefully get something worked out with the property. And then when are you going to hear back about your amount, you think?
I've been reaching out to housing. They have not responded yet. I've been calling all week to try to get them to let me know an update on the status because I knew about the court date and I wanted to have, some documentation, but they have not gotten back to me yet. I'll reach out to them again to see if I can get something on documentation. They said the process take up to 21, 30 days, but it's been since February. So I don't know. They haven't said
Okay.
anything about it yet.
You haven't gotten anything back yet. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see what day of the week the first. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reset this to April 2nd to see how this other one plays out, and then you guys can come back and make your arguments at that point, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, that'll conclude the hearing. You guys are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Jones, it's my understanding, I've read through the motions that you filed in this. It's my understanding that you are experiencing hardship as a result of these evictions being on your record. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Based on the content of your written motion, that you are here today stating you're experiencing financial hardship and the fact that there is nobody here to offer any opposing arguments, I will go ahead and grant your motion today for all 3 of your cases. It's just the 3, correct?
Yes.
All right, sir, I'll get those orders done as soon as the clerks are, if you need anything out of those files, you need to make sure you get it before they're sealed. Okay, so go ahead if you want to get copies of anything out of it, go ahead and go to the clerk's office and make sure that you get that, because as soon as it's sealed, you're gonna have access to it. Okay.
Meaning get what out of it exactly? I don't
Whatever you
understand.
may need. If you want copies of anything in these files, you need to go to the clerk's office and get it before they're sealed, because once they're sealed, you're not going to have access to it.
Okay, that means other parties won't have access to it as well if I'm going to apply for other apartments.
Well,
Correct.
For our record for DeKalb County, yes, correct. Yes, there won't be
Okay.
any record of it to the public. So, but like I said, if you need anything out of the file for your own personal records, you need to make sure you get it before they're sealed because you're not going to have access to it.
That's not a problem. Thank you.
All right. So you are free to log off, Mr. Jones, unless you have any questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, number 6 is Keystone Brokers versus Christopher Carlisle. Mr. Carlisle, where'd you go? There he is.
Yes, I'm here.
Let's see, Carlisle. All right, Mr. Carlisle, you are here on number 16 and number 18. Number 18, I had a question about. So I'm going to do these separately for you. If you could please raise your right hand. Mr. Carlisle.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Okay, I need to place you under oath. You're okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down now. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Carlisle, for at least number 6, it is my understanding that you are experiencing financial hardship or difficulty finding housing. You can put your hand down now, sir. Maybe just frozen like that. I don't know.
Yes, maybe he's just frozen.
Okay. Can you hear me, Mr. Carlisle?
Yes, I can.
Okay. It's my understanding that you are experiencing financial hardship and difficulty finding housing as a result of this eviction being on your record. Is that the case, sir?
Yes, it is.
All right. Based on the contents of your written motion and your testimony today, and the fact no one has appeared to oppose your motion, I will go ahead and grant the motion to seal for number 6. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to hang tight until I go back, reach your next case on 18. Okay. All right. That was okay. I've already done number 7. That was Mr. Jones. Number 8, Berkshire Property Advisors versus Calvin Hunt. It's Mr. Hunt. If you could please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you so much. You can put your hand down now. All right, Mr. Hunt, it is my understanding based on your written motion that you're experiencing difficulty finding housing and other financial hardship as a result of this eviction being on your record.
Yes.
Okay, and that's true for positions 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Yes.
Okay, and so based on the contents of your written motion and your testimony today and the fact that no one has appeared to oppose your motion, I will go ahead and grant your motion to seal on all of these. Granted. Let's see, Hunt, granted.
Judge, and just confirming, you said for his case on position 12 that one was going to have to be reset.
I did. I'm sorry. Number 12, we are resetting. Okay, so you're gonna have to come back on that one because the notice didn't go out. So 12. So it's gonna be 8, 9, 10, and 11, and then
12 will be reset to 4/2 at 9 a.m. in CT1.
4/2 at 9 a.m. Okay, so you're gonna come back on April 2nd for that one. Okay, I think your next one is the last one 15? You just have one more, Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Hunt, I will go ahead and grant for 15 as well, since no one's here, and based on your testimony and your contents of your written motion. Okay, I think that takes care of everything for you, Mr. Hunt, so you are free to go.
Thank you, Judge Grant and Clerk. You all have a nice day.
All right, I've reviewed your written motion. I know this is with a reset that you've paid off the debt to the plaintiff, and he stated he does not oppose either case in the position number 20 or 27. Based on the contents of your motion, the fact that you've paid it off, and Mr. Dunstan no longer opposes the motion, I'm going to go ahead and grant your motions in both position 20 and position number 27. Let's see, granted, Kay Fletcher. Okay. All right. So, Ms. Fletcher, unless you, so you are experiencing financial hardship as a result of these evictions being on your record?
Yes.
All right. I will go ahead and grant your motion. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Is there a way that I can see all the motions that I filed originally just to make sure they're all sealed?
if they're already sealed, you're not gonna be able to get it because they're already sealed, but, you can, you can contact the clerk's office and, see if they can help you get some case numbers, but, but if the case is already sealed, then there's really not gonna be much you're gonna be able to do about it, okay?
Understood. Thank you.
All right, you're free to go unless you have any questions.
All right.
Thanks, all right.